this now gorgeous morning at Augusta National with smiles on their faces. It's an appreciation that Tiger still wants to do this at the age of 46 with all he's already accomplished.
It's an excellent point, David. And Mark, it's not just the patrons who revere him, it's his peers as well. The young guys on the PGA Tour, the best players in the world, they've been hanging around him. He's allowed them to come into his life and understand his personality a little bit, gotten to know them very well. He has not only the admiration from all of his peers, but it's just amazing to see how receptive he's been to that type of relationship.
I think he always knew how important he was to the game even earlier in his career, but I certainly don't think he appreciated it as much as he does now. That's been a huge change.
Yeah, there's no question about it. That's the transformation. That's what we're seeing. It is. It's fun to watch it, actually. I think we see it in all the greats. Even Jack Nicklaus, he's mellowed, and Barber's a big part of that as well, as we all know. But I think you see it in all the greats, and we do. As you get older, you sit back and you go like, wow, this has really been a cool ride, and I really appreciate it now. But at the time, you forget about it sometimes. We're all guilty of it, brother. Everyday life too.
About 12 minutes away from beginning this first round at the Masters for Tiger Woods, going out at 11:04 a.m. Eastern time. Remember, there was a 30-minute delay. He was scheduled to go out at 10:34 a.m. local time, but it'll be 11:04 a.m. Eastern time when Tiger goes out with Louis Oosthuizen and Joaquin Niemann. Big spot for those two, by the way. That's not easy.
Yeah, you're
better to play with them though.
Absolutely, in front of them. We talked about it. We talked about it yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? That's why you practice. I mean, that's what I always try to do. I wanted to play with the greats. I wanted to see what they did differently, even though these guys are great players as well. I wanted to learn something from these guys. I wanted to be part of that. Tell your grandkids that, hey, I got paired with Tiger. I've been paired with him twice, and I still talk to those days when I got paired with Tiger.
Look, you work your whole life to get to this point, to
absolutely.
stand in the exact same spot as Tiger Woods at Augusta National Golf Club. If you're going to get paired with him, you might as well enjoy the ride. Embrace the nerves, not fight them.
I got paired with Jack Nicklaus here. I think it was the third round, and it's one of the most special rounds. And I walked up the 18th hole, and I stopped to let him walk forward, and he said, "No, walk with me."
Wow.
And it gives me chills to think about. Here's arguably one of the greatest in Tiger Woods. To feel like I was not equal to him, but to be part of that, and it's right. It's a moment I've always. That's probably my most memorable Masters moment. I know I led, but it's walking up there with the great Jack Nicklaus on 18. It was pretty special.
Tell you what, Mark, all the guys will tell you it's a lot easier to play with Tiger now than it used to be.
Oh yeah.
He used to stone you, walk away from you, not even look at you. It was almost as if he was playing as a solo. And now he's much more congenial and much more welcoming to the other guys in the group, which has got to put them at ease, right, Mark? A little bit more than it used to.
Yeah, that was part of his game plan early on. I think was to not have his fellow competitors at ease. I think that's a lot of what impacted those leaderboards. Just either being with Tiger or seeing his name on there. I got to tell you, watching this, I don't believe when I came to Augusta last weekend, I really thought Tiger could win. In fact, I'm sure I didn't think he could win. And now, after watching him for 3 days here, I think he could win this Masters. It's unlikely. There was a lot of things that have to happen. I certainly believe that if the scores are a little higher, if they were to be, let's say, in the 10 or 12 under range, he would have a better chance. But I think he could win the Masters.
Is this the big test, the driver? Or is it other parts of the game?
I just think it's the mental. Not really. I think the driver's fine. I don't think that's an issue because I don't think he's going to swing hard at it. I think he's going to be in control with the driver's swing. I think it's the combination as the day goes on in the fatigue and all the shots. I think that's what we're going to see here.
Imagine what's going through his mind right now after all this time away.
It's like I'm here. I'm thankful. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Let's get after it.
Tiger has always said, you talked about his trouble at the first mark. Tiger has always said, not in a rare show of transparency, but he has always admitted how nervous he gets on the first tee, not just at Augusta, but everywhere he goes. And He has had some squirrely tee shots over the years at the first here at Augusta National Golf Club. That ninth fairway and that pine straw left of 9, in between 1 and 9, been very familiar spots for Tiger over the years off the tee. Here's the first hole right now.
Tee olive has caused him some problems. See that bunker on the right? It's 310 yards to carry that bunker. That's been enlarged and moved closer to the green over the years. Hole location today is in the back right corner at number 1. Almost all the birdie putts you see here will come from the center of the green back toward that hole. There you can see it right there. You cannot go long no matter what. And as a matter of fact, if he were to drive it in trouble, I wouldn't be surprised to see him lay it up short and right of the green maybe and pitch back toward that hole location. 4 is what he is thinking about right now. How do I make a par on this first hole?
As we go to the par 5 second, the first par 5 on this first 9, Jim, it's amazing over the years. Tiger's been coming here forever. He has never made a 3